So hey guys, welcome to the channel again. And if you're new, consider subscribing. And if you're not new, consider leaving a like on this video because it really helps. So as you know, there is a war happening now. So, it's pretty grim stuff. As you can see in front of me is the design we are going to be creating. It's a part series, so it's gonna take some time, so gonna have to reserve time to actually sit with me and just go through this whole build, how they did it. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about the war because I'm pretty sure everybody's following it, and people got their own opinions and stuff. So having said that, I have this design from the BBC, as you can see. So obviously they just send out newsletters informing people and stuff like that. And this is one of them. As you can see, pretty nice. I like it. The sections are pretty broken down pretty well. So yeah, we're going to create all that. So if you haven't watched the course, it's fine. You can still follow along here. If you're way new to email marketing, I'd suggest watching the course when you can. Okay, right? No pressure there. So yeah, on this video, smash the like button and let's get it to 1,000 likes. Okay, so if you watch this video, smash the like button. Right, so what I'm gonna do is, let's see here. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna break it into parts. Obviously the parts are gonna follow on consecutive days or whatever, but if you're watching it all on a later date, everything is gonna be all there for you to watch. So that's fine. So what's challenging here? To be honest, nothing really, so let's just get into it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm in Photoshop. Let's go to Dreamweaver. So in Dreamweaver, I just got a blank page really. So if I close the head section, you can see I've just got a blank page, blank slate. Okay. So what are we gonna do here? Somebody sort of on the channel as well downloaded Dreamweaver, and as they downloaded Dreamweaver, they were setting it up to use it how they prefer to use it. So this bar that you see at the bottom, you can tell by the name of it, it's called property. So if you go to, it's probably going to be off screen, window, and then you go to your properties, that will come up, and then you can always dock it. So as you can see, mine's floating now, but I can dock it at the bottom there. This is kind of like where I want it. You can dock it wherever you feel comfortable using. Sometimes I prefer code in Dreamweaver to run the full width and not sort of be cut off. So you got view, again it could be off screen, but you got view menu, and then you go to split. Is that right? Yeah, and then you can do, it's off screen, sorry, but just follow along. You go to split and then split vertically. So that can put the code on this side. Okay. And then sometimes I switch between the different, styles. So you can see how this text is wrapping around. Okay. It's wrapping around here. But if I changed it to view horizontal, split horizontal, see this is now running across this whole thing. So sometimes that can kind of help you, so you might want to play with that as well. If I go split vertically, let's start working it in there like that. Maybe I might change it, who knows. So let me show you where we are in Photoshop. Okay, so also feel free to leave your opinions, comments about, this in the comment section. That's fine. Okay. And any other opinions that you have, any other questions and stuff. So we're going to start off with this bit here. Okay, the pre-header text. Okay, so we're gonna go into Dreamweaver, and I'm gonna go T to create a table, and all these little techniques I have told you again over and over, so you just have to press indent, shift and indent, and that will kind of drag it back. And you got your table there. I like to line things up, that's why you see me pushing things back. Let's just try to see how we would work if we were on the horizontal. Okay, let's stick to that for now. So we got the table in there, that's the outer one, and then in here we are going to nest another table, and then I'm gonna hit shift and tab to bring that back. Okay, so now this width is going to be 640. Okay, I'm going to align center. Okay, so I'm going to build this email using table rows rather than the table style. So I can name this and say, what are we going to name it? Something like pre-header text. If I can type text. So this is something that you would do if you want to kind of know where your sections are starting and sections are finishing. Okay, sometimes I put a tick there to just show it, like a forward slash to just show like that's the end of that. So I haven't done that. I can simply just align center. It would work as well. Let's see. Okay, there you go. And in here I can put in the text. Okay. So if I just copy the text off screen and just paste it in there. Okay, that's what we would have. The only problem I have with this is if the screen size gets too small, the text is going to be touching the left and the right edge. So for example, if we do something like, well, give a class of main here so that it's responsive. Let's see. Okay, so if I squish it, you see, well, it's doing a good job not to touch the edges and stuff, but it's not the best. So you could do like that and just leave it, that's fine. Or you could go further than that, cut the text, put a table inside, give it a width of something like 90%, and then paste the text in here, and then indent the section back so that it lines up. And then you can also align center in here. Okay, right. And on the text you can do all your fancy stuff which we've gone over, your inline styling. So you can do font, family, Helvetica. Hope I'm spelling it right. Usually I just copy and paste Helvetica. Yeah, I got it right. Alright, something like that. You can do Arial. Alright, something like that's cool. And then you can do font size. Oh, you can do font size. Well, I'm just eyeballing. So let's do 12. Okay. Or if you wanted to, why not 11? It's up to you. And then you do line height. So your line height is normally just a touch above your font size number. So if your font size is 11 pixels, your line height can be about 16, 17, 18, just a touch above that. Okay. So line height is given like the room around above and below the text. So that's your line height. I can do you know, 16. Okay, right. So if we wanted to have some sort of padding around so that it's not touching the top as much, so we can do padding. Padding. We do 10 pixels, 0 pixels. Okay. Okay. Again, this is so much in the course, and you know, there's some of the fundamental basics that you just, once you grasp them, you know what you're doing. That's it. So let me just show you what we're doing in terms of the design itself. We are trying to create this. One thing I'm noticing is there's two different colors. So here you got this kind of white, yeah. You can see if you watch the number here in Photoshop when a color picks. So if a color black is going to be 0, 0, 0. Oh, it's not a full black though, but yeah, it's a dark hue, and the thing is here. If I tap this background color, you can see this number. So that's the color for the background. If I tap here, I'm going to need that color for that bit, and I'm just noticing a color difference. So if you're really not able to squint your eyes or just be able to differentiate colors quick off the screen, you might miss that thinking this color is the same as that, but yeah, this one's white. Okay, I haven't done that, so I need to then consider that into the actual design. So to do that, it'll just mean pre-header section now needs to start out here. Okay, yeah, like that. And then so that whole section is gonna mean it's the pre-header. And then instead of giving it this color, I'm going to define the color here, BG color, £, 1 2 3 Fs, 1 2 3 4 6 Fs to give us white. So you can see we've created that look. Okay, so that's the technique. So since that's the pre-header, well, I'm not finished with it yet, so I'm not going to collapse it. Let me show you in Photoshop what I'm trying to do here. And also I'm trying to speak slow so that, you know, some videos I'm rushing, some videos I'm thinking, you know what, let me slow it down just a little bit. If I get this, wait, hang on a second. Get the doodle. Bring the brush down. Brush down. How do we do that? Square bracket? Yeah. Bring the brush down. So yeah, it's this section that I'm trying to create. See this? So that would be your link. Okay, so that would be your link. Let's get away from red since it's war. Happy colors or something. Anything just more inspiring. Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, we got this section we are trying to create. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So it's the if you can see, it's the link. So yeah, I have to hyperlink that. So all those little details, you have to sort of consider them. Okay, because if the designers give you the design, then you have to sort of think like yeah, I can put like link link goes here. Okay, something like that. Target blank, so that opens in a new tab, and I'm gonna click here and say style equals color, just to restore, because you can see when you put the default link, it changes it to a blue. So just to restore the defaults, I have to give that a color. So I am going to say color £, yeah, maybe black is fine. Yeah, is that right? Okay, that's cool. Now text decoration none. Oh no, I mean underline. Okay, there you go. Cool. So by default it's underlined anyway, but just so we declare it. So yeah. All right, so we've done pretty good job. We've done the pre-header bit. So if we go to Photoshop, you can see that's that bit here. So the next bit we're going to do is this part here. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do that. So if we go back into Dreamweaver, since we've got this section as a pre-header, I am going to copy this section, paste it, and now call this maybe hero, and caps lock hero section, something like that, you know. So you just give descriptions that sort of work for you. And to be fair, I'm not gonna put it all the way out. I could, but I'm not. So I'm gonna paste in here. Just get rid of that totally. Just grab my hero section. I reckon I'll put it under here. Yep, there you go. Right. So essentially, the rest of the email is going to go into here. All the elements, basically, they just go into there. Okay. Because I'm going to build all those bits within in here. So if I do that, you can see that this would be our hero section. So if I were to do this and get rid of that and put in an image in there without caps lock on. Okay, so the source, let me just get it off screen though. Copy image address, and I will paste in here. And as you can see, one of the biggest problems that you will face after pasting a nice retina image, which is like the size of it is going to be, let me hover over it, so it's 1552 wide. Okay, and we actually in a box, which actually I need this one to be 100% now. We're actually in a box which is and I don't need the padding, sorry. We're actually in a box which is what you call it, 640, and this image is 1552. So in order to fix that, we need to give it a width and a height of 640. Okay, so that it feels, it sort of restrains itself within put an alt text there, so it restricts itself within the container of the email. So if I get rid of this BG color, we don't need it on the body bit. Refresh. Okay, so we got the white happening at the top, and then we got that. So yeah, we got the image in there. If I go into Photoshop, you will notice that we're missing a whole section. Okay, this whole section needs to be done actually right now. So what I'm gonna do is collapse this rest of the email, and I'm gonna copy this bit, tap tap, paste. Again, these things you don't need to put them in. It's really just if you want to area. It's not like your code is not going to work or your email is not going to work if you don't put these in. These are actually good if you're going to share code with somebody, so they can, who's going to code if you're not in, or if you're sick off work and someone picks up your code, somebody can actually then sort of know this is where the logo area is, and they'll be like, oh, okay, let me go into there if I want to do something about the logo. Okay, so let's see. So this logo bit, let's just see. Okay, and whilst we at it, guys, remember to smash the like button on the video. It really does help the channel, so if you can do that, that would be great. So I am gonna show you here. We got a table which is this. Let's just break down this section. So looks to me like there's a little bit of an indentation on the logo here. Okay, so there's a few pixels out, as you can see. If I bring the brush to bring the brush a bit big, does that work? Okay. Maybe not that big. So you see here and up to, so this gap basically tells me that the logo itself is kind of indented in, whereas the hero image is starting on this corner, but the logo is actually pushed in some. Okay, you can use padding if you want, but the technique we're going to use is not that. All right, so let's do that, and yeah, let's go into Dreamweaver. So into Dreamweaver, we are going to nest the logo on the left and the text on the right. So I'm going to put in a table in there. I can actually get rid of that and just push this back. And this side is going to be the logo, and then on this TD, if you're struggling about understanding why we nest and do all this stuff, there's actually not on the course, but there's a free video on this channel where it tells you, it's a big video, it's literally minutes and minutes, where you can actually understand the breakdown of nesting. So if you're thinking about that, you can check out that video. But instead of 100%, I am going to give this 90. Align center, and I'm going to put the image in here. Let me get that image. Okay, let's see. Right. So if I paste that in here, okay, the logo is there, but it's white and this background is white, so that's not really helping my cause here. So to see it, I need to go and get the dark hue by color picking it and copying this number, Command C, Control V, I think on PC, and if I go back to Dreamweaver, I can paste that number. Let's see here, change the white to that and refresh, and there we go. Okay, 90 seems a little bit pushed. I'm gonna try 95. Okay, it brings it back a little bit, so I'm alright with 95. So what else can I do? Well, I can put 20 top and bottom, maybe 30. The BBC logo itself is a bit smaller in there, so I could drop the size down by putting in a width attribute on the actual image. So instead of 208, I can go maybe with 108. All right, I don't mind half of it. Looks perfect. And save. And then we need to style this one. Actually, we're going to give it a class of hide, because no, hide. Oh, is it not? probably is that actually. Let me scroll up. So yeah, no, I need HM for hide on mobile. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm working sometimes in different templates and stuff. So different templates sometimes have different class names doing the same thing. So just need to know what the name of the class is. Then I can apply it, and then that will hide the element on mobile, which is what I want. So I'm gonna do style. Style font size 20 pixels. Let's see, start there. Color pound sign 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, so let's go for 30 here. Oh, wait, I'm gonna go bold. Okay, let's drop it down a couple. And okay, right. Which one is this one? This one is we can put 100 for now. Oh, the other one. Okay, that is 95 in here, 100 in here. Okay, fine. That is actually a better push. So I can then do 90 here. Right, and on this text, it is aligned left, but what I'm gonna do is give this one a width of say 150 or so. Okay, or even 200. Okay, that's fine. Okay, the text itself, let's see if we can get away with the align middle. So that is not doing what I want. Oh, maybe not that. Okay, that is not doing what I wanted to do, so getting rid of that. And let's see if maybe we can do actually inside in here. I can do padding 10 pixels, 0 pixels. Okay, let's see about that. Yep, that's kind of centering on the logo, so that's okay. Even if you want to control that a bit more finer, you can do 8. Okay, with a smaller number like 6. Right, just to get it sort of in the middle. And let's see. Okay. Right. Okay, that is cool. Let's see. One thing that is definitely not cool though is I need this as 108. And then I can have another TD here and not break space. So this is going to act as the push. I'm going to give it a width of say 100 pixels to push the other text. Then I'm going to give it a class like the text of hide mobile, so that's not in the mobile bit. And then it disappeared. Why is that? Hang on a second. I've had this problem before in the past. opacity. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Leave it like that for now. And let us see. So the text actually is going to be, let's see. Okay, so perhaps I can drop this to 26. Okay, and maybe make this a little bit more bigger, so like 94. Okay, right, that can work for us. Let's have a preview look. Okay, so go in Photoshop. We got that going. Go into Dreamweaver. We got that going. Right. Next up, let's go into Photoshop and see how we're progressing. There's a gap here. Don't know if you can spot it, but there's a gap here. Okay, color change. Go to that. So there's a gap here. Okay, that can be like 10 pixels. You never really know sometimes, but I think it is. So that gap, we need to factor it in so that we can see that little separation. So I'm going to go into Dreamweaver and click the image, go into split screen, and let's see. So we can have pattern top, and let's see, hero section, top, 0 pixels, 0 pixels, and then 10 pixels on the top. Okay, cool. So that does what we want it to do. And let's take a look in Photoshop. Okay, so we got this section, and this is going to conclude part 1. We have this section. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got this bit here that we're trying to do. Obviously, you got the white background, you got the 1 pixel line to consider, you got this maybe something like 6 pixel line to consider, you got this little chevron on the button, you got the text in bold, you got the text in pink, you got this massive headline. Of course, you got the paragraph in there as well, description, copy. Okay, so all those little things to consider, and like also to consider here. The gap from the edge, and what else? Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty much. Obviously, there's important considerations like the gap from the image itself. Okay. As you can see, the logo, the text, the headline itself is kind of pushed in. Okay, you have to consider that. It's left aligned. Okay. And it's left aligned, and you can see that there's a whole section here. So there's a whole push happening for the text to be to the left. So those subtle little things that we have to sort of consider. So let's get into it right now. We're going to start with the text. So I'm going to grab the text itself. My fan is literally going off. Yeah, I think it's something to do with my memory. It's saying I got junk that I can get rid of, like about 6 gig of junk. I guess that will sort of free up my machine, so I have to use cleaning software after I finish part 1, just to get rid of that junk that's slowing me down. It's still running pretty smooth. Yeah, okay, my fan going off, like it's, yeah, not happy. So I'm gonna go into here and look for where it says hero section is finished. All right, under the hero section, we need a white sort of like section. So yeah, let's do that. You know, you can title it, put the comments like this, like hero copy or something, you know, you do all that. So I'm gonna do align center, and then I'm gonna do BG color, pound sign, and 1 2 3 1 2 3 because we want it white. And then in here, put a table. Okay. So this table, we're gonna make it 1995. Those numbers we can debate. And in here, we're gonna put in the text. And I'm gonna push this back until, let's see how we can do it. Okay, just do it that way, that's fine. Line things up as we go. It's always nice to be tidy. You know, if your TDs are lining up like this, you know where it's starting and where it's finishing. If your TR is lining, you know where it's starting and finishing. This TR, you can just visually see it starts there, it finishes there. But if you have a habit of just like doing that and it's wonky and it's terrible looking, you know, that is just one way to start failing. Because when the bugs crop up, you just don't know where to look. So you have to keep indenting and breaking, putting things on your own line, so that your code is clean looking. So style, you can see the text is popped in there here. Okay, so with the text popped in there, we just need to sort of like help it a little bit. So we got padding top. Let's just do top and bottom of something like 30 pixels and 0 left and right. Okay, how are we looking? Looking like this. Not happy with the 90, it just looks a bit small, so we're just gonna push it in a little bit here. If you watch when I refresh, it jumps in a little bit. That's better. We are going to font size, something like, let's start with 36. Font size 36 pixels, how does that look? Okay, I'm alright with that. And then line height, you could guess line height is always like a little bit above your font size. So 36, let's go for 44 maybe. We can go 50 if you want. So, or 48 pixels, line height. Line height kind of acts as a little padding as well. So the bigger the line height, the more it separates the copy that's coming underneath, that kind of thing. But yeah, you just make sure your line height is a little bit bigger. If your line height is not bigger, it tends to bunch up the text if it breaks onto another line on certain email devices. Just a little tip that I'm throwing out there. And for that, I'll be grateful if you can hit the like button. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to attempt to make the font weight. Font weight bold. Okay, I'm really liking that. That really puts us into heading mode. See how that is so strong and like you're making you know that that's the headline. Okay, so that's what we're achieving here. That's done. Now let's do this BBC iPlayer text that's underneath that. So to do that, we just copy this. Am I done with this? Okay, it's cool. Let's just copy this section and literally put it underneath. Obviously, you're gonna have 2 copies of that text. It's gonna look like this. But that is totally not what we want. So get rid of this padding for now. and padding top and bottom. Okay. Perhaps 30 was nice on. Okay, let's look at the design. Okay, yeah, perhaps 30 was nice on the top, but on the side 0 pixels, and then on the bottom it's gonna have to be something like 10 pixels maybe. Yeah, let's try that for a number, but not with the semicolon. Right, and then cool. Then you get the copy this. Oh, by the way, my fan has totally gone quiet. It's still on the left. I can see a little warning to say I need to sort of get rid of the junk, which I'm going to do after part 1, I promise. Okay, that's one thing I like about. Okay, I'm not going to go into that debate. I was going to talk about that's why I like Apple over PCs, because PCs keep running smooth regardless. But yeah, that's just, yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. You like what you like, you get what you get. Let me get rid of that padding at the bottom. Yeah, I think it's okay like that. But we got to change this guy to the number that is. Let's have a look here. If I go into Photoshop, this is where I think this color is going to be the same color as this bar. So I'm going to sample this bar. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Go into Dreamweaver. And on the color of this attribute, I'm going to do color, semicolon, £, paste, semicolon. Okay, making progress, guys. Smash the like button. Let's go. Really, guys, you know, I was reading somewhere where they said, like, if people actually do smash the like button, it does really help. So, yeah, let's just experiment, you know, like, and let's see what happens. If it's something that works, then we're like, yay. But if it's not, then I'm like, never mind, don't bother next time. So I am going to do this part here. Let me show you which part I'm referring to. The part is this one that I'm talking about. Brush tool, if I turn on this layer, maybe turn off that layer, and turn on this layer now. All right, and right on it. So I'm talking about this line, and I'm also gonna factor in this, change the U. So I'm gonna factor in this gap. It's all about being precise with what you're being given. So you know there's a little gap there, and that gap could probably be in the range of, didn't mean to go 60% on that layer. It could be something in the range of, looking at it like this, let's zoom out. Okay, I'll say 50. So then I tipped it to 50 by pressing 5 for some reason. I'm trying to press the B key. So 50 pixels. Hey, let's zoom out. Yeah, so 50 pixels in that place. That's fine for me. Okay, let's go to Dreamweaver real quick. And let's say padding top, padding right, padding bottom, 50 pixels. There we go. But without the semicolon. Okay, so, you know, even me, I correct myself sometimes, guys. It's not all about being almighty out here and knowing everything. It's just about knowing when you're wrong and being able to fix it. That's what we do out here. And I'm looking at 50 and saying it's too much, actually. Maybe let's stick to 40. And that's another thing. Sometimes be open-minded to be able to say if you've done something wrong, just acknowledge it, fix it. Line center, is it? Oof. No, I don't think so. Right. Let's do. So this is how I normally do my 1 pixel line. So I'll do style. What is it? Border. Top or something like bottom, whatever. I'll do 1 pixel solid. Nope, solid. So for example, if you're new and you type something like solid because you failed to type, obviously that's not going to work. So I can do solid black. Then refresh. And what have we got? Can't see nothing. Why is that? Because we type solid instead of, why did I even bother doing the solid? Okay, solid. Okay, and then if I come back to life, you should be able to see a line. So yeah, there you go. In my opinion, that 40 is still far way down, so I'm gonna go with 30, and if 30 is terrible, I'm gonna go with 20. Okay, just work with me here, guys. Trying, really am trying. Okay, still looking a lot. Let's refresh. Okay, I'm okay with that. That looks a lot better, but it's not black. It's actually this color. So here is 50. We adjusted. Okay, so sometimes those things happen. So if I click this again, get that color, and I'm going to Dreamweaver, and what I'm going to do is where black is, I need to put £, and the number that I copied, and voila, just like that. How'd you love it? Looking very nice, guys. So now that's in there. What else do we need to do? So if I go to Photoshop, so we got a bit of copy here. So what are we looking out for is the question. Okay, so if I push B on the keyboard, maybe change the U a little bit, there's a gap here. Okay, so this gap, you need to factor it in. It's very important. There's also a gap here from this section to this section, this whole gap. It's something that you have to factor in, okay? And obviously line height plays a part. That's why you can see this gap here. That's what line height is doing. Less line height means this text is going to bunch up slightly bigger or normal, then you see it looking correct like this. All right, now you know about the line height situation. So let's go and do that section. So I am going to go into we're in Photoshop, on a Dreamweaver, and pick up from where we left off. We got the line there. See, I know where the line is, but if you wanted to comment and just make yourself know what that is, you can always do things like this. Okay, that kind of, it's totally fine. Helps you if you really want to help yourself. But me, I know, so I'm not really bothering putting them in. But yeah, just putting it out there. Feel free. Most people actually like having comments in there because it can kind of help you. Again, email development is very simple. It's just about understanding the fundamentals, the basics, and then you build on that skill to be able to translate any kind of thing, So yeah, once you get the fundamentals right of knowing why certain things are done in certain ways and stuff, then it's easy. Okay, so just keep watching to grasp the fundamentals and you'll be all right. Okay, so having said all that, and contributed to a slightly lengthier video, you know what, I've watched tutorials on YouTube. Sometimes people speed up and then you just think like, oh, why did you do that? So sometimes it's a bit tricky because there's sometimes the benefit of lengthier videos. Okay, so go back to Dreamweaver, to Photoshop. So yeah, we creating this paragraph section. So go back to Dreamweaver. Let's do that. So paragraphs, how's it looking? Can we just paste it in there? I think we can. Yeah, I really do think we can. So why not? So we're just gonna copy this. No need to nest or whatever. It's fine. Refresh. How's it look? Okay, decent. Style. You do font size. Maybe font size. Let me just look at it. 16, 14. Let's do 16. See, 16 pixels. Okay. But it's falling into 3 lines, so maybe 16 is too much. 14, 15. How's that looking? I would say that kind of resembles what we have, so yeah, I'll go with that anyway. Line height, I'll do something like 24. Let's just see. A bit much, but it's in the ballpark. It's fine. Okay, right. Okay. Not bad at all. So let's just take a look. What else we need to do? Okay, so we need this gap. All right, yeah. So let's see. In live, actually, how we looking? So we got a little gap already, but I don't remember defining it specifically. So I need to check on that, where that gap is coming from. So that gap is not being defined by me. Okay, it's coming from the line height. So if I do padding, let's do top and bottom of like 20 pixels. Right. Okay, maybe a bit much. 10. Yeah, 10 is all right. Good. Next is this button bit, okay? So we are gonna do another table, TR. And let's see. This part is not lined up now. Push that in. Okay, that's better. Indent and hit T on the keyboard. Okay, right, fine. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, and this one is going to be a chevron. So let's see, grab the actual image for that. Copy image address. Okay. G, paste that in there. Let's take a look. Okay. So we got a nice little image going on. Okay, so I am going to make that 35. Let's see. Okay, that works for me. And give this one a width of 50, just so that the text gets pushed to the right slightly. Okay. And what else? Okay, just work with me here. Just put another TD for the watch now text. Okay, I can go and get the formatting for the heading. Okay, I might not need the padding, but everything else I think I can work with. So let's see. If I get rid of the padding top, the old padding stuff really. Okay, 36 is a bit much, so maybe 24, 25, 24, 20, 24. So look, yeah, still a lot. 18 maybe. Okay, I'm alright with that. And then on line height, slightly above 18, maybe 26. See how we're looking. Okay, it's a bit tighter, so the arrow from this, so I'm gonna do 40. Okay. Okay, I can work with that. So just to show you what I have going on. What else? Let's see. Is it? Let's see. Click this. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that image has got a little bit of the way they cut the PNG's got left and right indented. That's why I wouldn't be able to make it touch the very left, but it's kind of alright looking anyway. It's not too bad. It's fine. Right, we got that going. What else have we got to do? We've got this padding at the bottom and this line. So let me just copy this color again. Okay, so let us see. What we are going to do is go to Dreamweaver underneath this section for the button. Watch now. Style, padding, bottom of. What are we gonna do? Padding bottom of something like 30 pixels. Yeah, let's see. I think it's okay. And okay, you know, I'm interested to see if this actually works. So if I do in here, like, oh, actually, just do it here. Border, bottom. Oof, what is it? 5 pixels, solid. Bound sign. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, so I can't put it on that. Okay, can't put it on that because it won't span the full width. So let's see here. Put in this one. Okay, style, and then I paste that in there. Ooh. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Refresh. Yeah, got it. So if I collapse this and give a little spacer, TR, and I'm breaking space. And, you know, I can put it all on one line because it's just a spacer thing, so yeah, don't really need it on so many lines. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna give it like a style of what? Actually, I can just do this height. I think it can be something like 20 or 15 really. Let's see. Yeah, so to get that little separation, I'll show you where I'm talking about. So yeah, it's that gap here. This gap here. Okay. hope you see it. Yep, that. Okay, that gap. So, all right, so we have battled through. I hope you found this very useful. And we have created this whole section, part 1. Part 2 will focus on other things. Part 1. Okay, part 2, we can do this. Okay. And then part 3, we can do, yeah, that. How about part 3 becomes homework? Oh, wow, I'm a legend. I love it. Giving people homework. Just great. Just love giving people homework. Yeah. But part 3 homework is going to be easy anyway, because why do I say that? Look, this bit here is a repetition of this bit here, which we're going to do in part 2, I presume, or yeah, part 2 is with this element. So that's the same thing. These bits are literally the same as this. Yeah, so you know how to do that. This is a repetition again of this section here, that same thing. So yeah, and you know how we do titles like this title here, so that's cool. So yeah, scoot over to the next video to watch part 2. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.